there. So we're near the Civic Center. He's going to come right there for a bunch of pedestrians. A reckless DUI driver. That is the alleged violation. They tried to pit this guy. They actually did. They called it a successful pit, but the vehicle took off anyway. That was some streets. I believe that was over on Alameda and 4th Street. So the vehicle continuing here, and so we're, all around the tall buildings and everything. We'll see how long we can stick with this one, but that was a pretty close call with those pedestrians right there. This is LA County Sheriff's deputies. It seems like they're getting into position, like they want to try another pit maneuver here, that they have not quite been able to get into position. And you can see, we've had some pretty high speed, certainly by downtown standards here, 40, 50, even 60 miles an hour. Here you can see we're on the one-way section here of southbound Grand Avenue. Reckless DUI driver. Oh, the sheriff's so close there, like they really want to do. They're really itching to try another pit maneuver here, but trying to set up. We'll see if they're able to do it here in the next couple of moments, guys.
So close and going so slow at this time, right?
Yeah.
And one thing that I wanted to point out, guys, is if you look at the hand is out the window.
Yeah.
The driver is waving at the deputy,
Like he wants to talk to him, right?
Or like go away. Like, no, I'm good.
Oh yeah,
everything's fine. You can leave me alone. Which obviously they're not going to do. They haven't given it up. Sheriffs are in downtown LA. There's a sheriff's airship overhead, but as Des mentioned, and we struggle with the same thing, is that the tall buildings are problematic. So there you go. Look at a really good shot of him. Really doesn't like that the sheriff's
So
deputy back. There's 2 people in the car. We just saw somebody come out the passenger side window as well.
It's just so bizarre that he's doing this. It makes you wonder, what he's trying to tell them. It does look like he's saying, can you back off?
Yeah.
Can you back off? But, it's just so curious because obviously he knows if he just pulls over, this will be over.
Yeah, and I mean, it's not. There's no question that they don't know that they're
Is there
being
another
chased.
hand on the other side?
Right.
Yeah, there's a passenger side as well. There's somebody sticking their hands out the passenger side.
Oh, look at that.
Clearly losing control of the car while they're so distracted. And as Des was pointing out, there are pedestrians down there. We're in downtown, getting towards the kind of financial district of downtown.
And, we have a reckless DUI driver want here. It makes you so nervous, though, as they go through these downtown streets. We saw them get really close to pedestrians, people just walking across the street. And, of course, downtown LA, a lot of people walking around, even this time of night. Work just wrapping up. And, of course, these streets very narrow. And you can tell why the LA County Sheriff's Department, as they really, thread the needle there through that wrong side of the road there and then back onto the right side. But, when you're going through downtown, it's not easy, I imagine, as law enforcement officials to do a pit. I mean, you've got these narrow streets, you've got cars on either side of the road there, and cars moving, cars parked, people. It's not an ideal situation.
Yeah. And even though, Susie, downtown LA kind of quiets down after business hours, we can see right here there are still lots of people out there right tonight.
It's true. Desmond, are they coming back out of that underpass
Did
there?
they make a left?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're paralleling the 10 here, so here along 18th Street, just south of the 10 freeway. Just super bizarre behavior. I mean, definitely makes you wonder, it was suspected DUI. If it's not that, maybe some sort of mental health issue or what. I mean, there's you can't imagine that just by you got a 0% chance of success by just waving at the police and telling them to go away, that they're going to, just acquiesce to that. So very bizarre behavior we saw from, both people in the car. So we know there's at least 2 in the vehicle getting the best look we've had. And then, and the more they do that and kind of jerk the wheel around with not paying attention to people that could be, crossing the sidewalk or crossing the street or whatever. So really bizarre and super dangerous behavior here back north of the 10, kind of headed into the warehouse district now of downtown LA, where hopefully there will be less pedestrians, but they could definitely have more people. Actually, that might have been a separate incident right there. It looked like a car up on the sidewalk. I was wondering if that was them with a spike strip or something, but I think that was something completely unrelated. But this is a Chevy SUV. I'm not sure if it's a Chevy Traverse or kind of one of the more economical SUVs, I think you could say. But yeah, look at this. I mean, now we're going the wrong way. This is a one-way street here. This is where you would get off the freeway off the westbound 10, and it would put you on to 16th. And they're going the wrong way, and surprisingly, sheriffs are still right there with them.
What's also interesting, guys, too, is that the sheriff's SEC, the communications center, asked if they wanted LAPD to take over, and the unit said, nope, we want to keep it, which is interesting given the want here. This is a reckless DUI, which obviously is, if it's DUI, that's still a serious allegation, but it is something that in the past has made the sheriffs back off very quickly, and they're not doing that in this case. They're not wanting to give it up to an alternate agency, and we're driving wrong way on the road here, finally making the turn to get back on the correct side.
Oh, my goodness. Oh, boy.
Yeah, weaving in and out of this traffic here.
Jeez. I'm not sure that I've ever seen sheriff's deputies do that. Frankly, follow on the wrong side of the road like that
For such a long time.
for that long. I mean, yeah, more than a quarter mile there. I mean, at least we're back on the right side here. But yeah, and then zigging and zagging through all that traffic. Amazing that he really looked like he was going to get in a head-on collision there with somebody else. And taking these dips pretty quickly as well. I think this is going to put us onto the 10 right here, onto the eastbound 10. Yeah, we're going to be getting on here. We have these are the collector lanes there. But so now we're getting on the eastbound 10, and at least now we're all going the right direction. In theory, we don't have to worry about any pedestrians.
Right.
And tell us more about the pit maneuver that happened
Yeah, so
earlier.
they
We know that there was a successful pit maneuver.
There was a successful pit. They tried it in downtown. It actually spun the car around like it's supposed to.
Yeah.
But, there are situations where the deputies sometimes just can't get in place the right way to block the car in immediately. And that sounds like what happened. And the car was able to drive kind of right out of that pit maneuver. I thought it was interesting, too. Desmond pointed this out earlier, but we have DUI drivers, if that's the allegation here, and the person driving certainly is acting erratic and unusual. It's weird, though, to see both of them be that way. It's weird in my opinion, for the passenger to also throw their head out the window and also do the hand gestures and motions. So it'd be interesting to see, once this is all over, what exactly is going on in the car between those two people who for a minute seemed so irritated that law enforcement was behind them, and not just the driver but the passenger as well.
And Mike Hart, not to know that you're being chased. We see the air units above. They're using their night sun there above. And
all right, today we're watching a police pursuit of that reckless driver. This is a pursuit taking place right now in Southern California that happened. It started with a reckless DUI. It started with a reckless DUI pursuit that just moments ago. They tried it just about 5 or 10 minutes ago. It started about with a reckless DUI pursuit that started about 5 or 10 minutes ago. Just moments ago, they tried to do a pit maneuver, but it was successful at first. He tried to speed up and tries to get away, but I'm sure that left tire is doing okay. That left hubcap broke it after they did a pit maneuver. That's correct, because coming into their calculus and all, it was unsuccessful after he tried to sped up. But the first cop car was trying to do a pit. That is the police cruiser. The first one is being broken down and disabled and battered after they did a pit maneuver. And the driver tries to get the LAPD to back up. The driver was backing off the LAPD, almost losing control of that car while he was using a turn blinker. And while the suspect was being annoyed and distracted, and he wanted the officers. He wanted a police officer. He wanted all of his officers to leave the driver alone. He wants the officers to leave the driver alone. And I'm good. Leave me alone. And they have to do a pit maneuver. They're driving slow. They did pick up the pursuit of that reckless driver of that DUI that started an infraction. And he sped up at about 45 miles per hour, going on the wrong side of the road, on the freeways, and it was a one or two-way street. And then he turned right, almost losing control, almost crashing into those cars that I narrowly seen that earlier on, because you might notice almost losing control of that car. The pursuit went underway for a while. That he was losing control. He went on the wrong side of the road, and we know that begins with a reckless DUI pursuit. 2 occupants inside that vehicle. He's speeding at 55 miles per hour on 60 freeway westbound. 2 occupants inside that car, inside that SUV. He gets on the eastbound 10 freeway, but he got on the eastbound 10 freeway, transitioned onto the 60 freeway westbound, and he was acting erratic in an aggressive behavioral manner, because they immediately were canceled. This one to the reckless DUI, this one was even a stolen vehicle. They were not chasing them at all. So it's hard to know, there are a lot of deputies where these deputies out there. Officers have utter knowledge about this car. So on the paper, on the book, for the sake of the suspect, the one that was reckless DUI, this is the person they dealt before, that they dealt before. We've dealt with many pursuits before when there's a live streaming police chase happening right now, because when I get so obsessed with it. There's nothing wrong with that. They started picking up. The audit first started rather on the kind of the year 710 and the 60 freeway. They're about to approach. They're in the back in the same spot. This whole thing started. They know where this person lives. It also should be seeing, to talk about in this case, the van or the car. It's not reported stolen as far as they know. They've indicated that it is 1029. It's a call. They got to call that reckless DUI driver. They know who the register owner is. The register owner had warrants. What else is going to be? They might play into the reason they want to stick with this so much at these slower speeds. If he keeps driving slow at 55 miles per hour, they're going to do a pit maneuver. Or no, they're going to do a spike strip. At least 40 miles per hour would do it at a pit maneuver when he gets on the surface streets. They're going to do a spike strip so they can flatten the suspect's tires out for good. And they were asked, they were in downtown LA, do you want LAPD to take this? And they said no. For the LAPD now, we are in transitioning. And are we getting off? I think he's transitioning. He's taking the eastbound 60 freeway. Is he going to go to the northbound 710 freeway? Let me count how many cruisers are in there. 1, 2, 3, 4. 5 cruisers, 6 cruisers. Night sun on that police helicopter, and the cameras of the news helicopters are overhead. Police and the news helicopters are overhead. One that has the night sun, and the other one is broadcasting on TV. This is a pursuit taking place right now of that. It would be more likely to do. Also on the freeway now, he's on the northbound 710 freeway. Now that he's getting off the freeway, 37 miles per hour. I wish they could do a pit maneuver. And it's we're beginning to end as they're actually getting off now. So right off that freeway of Hemel and Ford, northbound Ford Boulevard and Hemel Street, in between the 60 and the 10 freeway, kind of in the Monterey Park area, and narrow surface streets. What the suspect has any idea? Is he lost? Is he trying to figure out which way is he going? There's a very narrow streets as well. If they're listening to the radio, they've asked twice if they can have permission to do a pit maneuver. The watch commander has denied them twice. Why? Try to do a pit maneuver. They did permit lots of factors. Your best bet is to do a pit maneuver. And they need to do a pit maneuver right now, because this is... Sorry.
Is he watching our broadcast? Is he listening to radios? How does he
He's watching the broadcast, I think.
Yeah, a combination of things.
As a combination of things. They need us to do a stop stick now. Since they need to do stop sticks, spike strips. Since the suspect is driving slow at 30, 40 miles per hour, they're also listening to that radio. They've got to look at that, barely moving around that car. Wow, sheriff's airship overhead. Providing some additional details, watch the matters, making an informed decision. One time, the pit maneuver was denied. That happened on January 5th, 2026, on Monday. 3 weeks ago or so. 3 weeks or so ago. And okay, he stopped. Is it gonna come to an end? He thinks he's playing cat and mouse. Anyway, as I was saying, that driver was believed they learned some troubling news. That he had a handgun that was a weapon of that. The driver in his 2004 Lexus ES300, ES330, the 2004 car of the year. That driver was eventually speeding up at 100 miles per hour on the 101 freeway. Then he lost control. They did help him out. Then they took him to the hospital for life-threatening half injuries. Was the Lexus ES330 was being damaged and almost hit that car. Thank goodness it landed on the sidewalk. He was speeding at 60, 70 miles an hour. If you want to check out that video of that January 5th, 2026 on Monday night, 3 weeks ago, of that pursuit, check it out. Check out that video pops up here. Check out that video pops up here. If you want to check out that video also pops up here. Be sure to check it out as well. Sorry, I'm in your way. Check it out. Now it's a good time to check it out. If you want to feel free to check it out. If you feel like checking out that video, please go ahead. And now he's stopping. He's running out. He's bailing on foot. He's gonna make it home. He stopped at that red light. Thank goodness the tires are not flat.
He is going pretty quick.
Apartments off of Hamil and Medinik. And now he's got in the tank. Kind of soon they'll stick with him. I'm not sure if the passenger is stuck with him. Oh, they got the taser out. If he doesn't stop running, he's gonna get tased. He did throw something out here.
Yeah, it looked like
Oh, he's slowing down. He's tired.
He's slowing down. He's tired. He needs to get down on the ground.
they always go so fast, but you can only keep at that pace for not a very sustained amount of time if you're not.
Sustained amount of time if you're not an Olympic athlete. If you're an Olympic athlete, please go ahead and run from the police. You can try, but you cannot get away. Now,
See her get out and
they did see her get out and ran. They're going to take her into police
She
custody.
did not get out and run. I think it's a female, so
They're still cuffing her, right,
she's out.
guys?
They're still cuffing her.
Yeah, so two people there.
Two
and
people there.
Most likely the
Well, they don't know for sure if there was anyone else in the car. She's being taken into custody. She drew something out of the way, the handcuffs as well. The bizarre pursuit comes to an end here in the eastbound East LA area. It's interesting. He was just going to stay there. The pursuit went on for about 15-20 minutes. Okay, I'm gonna say it again. The pursuit has been going on for about 15 or 12. The pursuit has been going on. Pursuit is going on for about. The pursuit has been going on for about 15-20 minutes since the police started this chase. He was on his heels. He was on the feet. They were chasing him fast, using superpowers, and then they were about to tase that suspect for good. They just found a gun next to that building. I think if he would have fired shots at those officers, they would have fired the tires. They would fire shots at this tire. Thank goodness it was not a shot fired. Thank goodness. If it was a shot fired of 3 carjackings, that's coming up this week on Friday, Saturday, and on Sunday. You want to, please, it's a preview of what's coming up. Stay tuned for that.
All right, well, it looks like the...
Thank you for watching. Have a great day, and make sure to check out that video. Pops up here, and I want you guys to know my YouTube channel pops up here as well, and all of my videos pops up here. Have a great Sunday, everybody. Good night. And it is not Sunday night. It is Sunday morning and Sunday evening. Later it will be Sunday night. It will be Sunday night when it's sunrise. So anyway, I want to say this. Thanks for watching. Have a great rest of your Sunday. Have a great week. And have a great afternoon, okay? Alright? Good day. And comment down below on my YouTube channel. Comment down. If you see this police pursuit, comment down below. Make comments. Comment down below. And feel free to drop in your comments. Thank you for watching. Have a great day.